Let's get to our next story. This next interview, unwanted pregnancies and lack of resources can lead to babies being abandoned on the street or in other unsafe places. And since 2001, the Gloria M. Silverio Foundation has been saving lives and changing the future for newborn babies. And this morning, we're speaking with Nick E. Silverio. He is the founder of a safe haven for newborns. Good morning, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Morning, and thank you for covering this very important subject.
I just want to know, why did you start your organization?
Well, my wife and I were married for 32 years, and we had 2 miscarriages, one on a Christmas Eve. We didn't have children, but we nurtured all the nieces and nephews in our family, and we were godchildren to 14 godchildren. And I kissed her goodbye one morning, and 3 hours later, I got a call from the trauma center that she had been involved in a car accident, ultimately caused by a speeding driver. And so she didn't live. And so I wanted to continue something in her memory and spirit. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it would involve children and the elderly. So I was one night in the middle of the night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I was flipping through a magazine, not paying any attention. The lights were dim in the kitchen, and my finger stopped on a page, and I was compelled to look at that page, and it was about infant abandonment, escalating crisis in the world. And I believed at that moment that was God's message to me, that that's what I should be doing for the rest of my life. So I went to the office. We had an IT business. I went to the office, and I told the employees, I know what we're going to do. And they said, what? I said, we're going to save babies from being abandoned. And they said, how are we going to do that? I said, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And that's how it began.
Wow. Wow, you took your lead from God. That just speaks so many volumes. Just, can you explain more why safe havens can save lives, and just talk a little bit more about what services that you offer?
Well, we offer a lot of service. We have a 24/7 referral helpline, English, Spanish, and Creole. And our goal is to get the mom help so she can keep her baby. And quite often when we get her the help, she does. But what's happening is moms they're pregnant, no support, no resources, nowhere to turn, and in the last minute they were making bad decisions and leaving their babies in unsafe places, and the babies weren't surviving. So we have a extensive community outreach with social media, billboards, public service announcements. Very, very strong on social media, like I said, and we reach a lot of people. And we've created an app for high school students to be able to earn their community service hours, no matter where they live in the U.S. So it's an app that allows them to create a video, artwork, or newsletter. And it's been very, very successful. And the benefit is the kids get their required community service hours, and then they learn about Safe Haven, and they're asked to pass that on to other students as well. So it's all about public awareness. And we receive about 2,000 calls a year, not only about Safe Haven, but about getting help, baby necessities. What we'll do is we'll help a mom to make a decision in her best interest, whether with referral counseling, parenting, health-related issues, or actually placing her baby in the Safe Haven program. And we're there for her all the way.
And for those viewers out there who don't really understand what a safe haven is and what that process is like, can you just explain what happens to the babies whenever they are saved by a safe haven?
Right. If a baby's left at a fire station, then the baby's taken directly to the hospital, or the baby's born at the hospital. What happens is, once the baby can be released from the hospital, in Florida, the hospital contacts a private licensed adoption agency on a rotating basis, and that baby's placed directly for adoption. The baby doesn't go into foster care or into the government system. The mom remains anonymous. That's one of the most important parts of the program, that she remains anonymous. And when she's deciding to, when we get a call and she says, I want to place my baby in Safe Haven, we say, you don't have to make that decision right now. You can wait until the baby's born, and then you do that. because basically she can place the baby directly for adoption as well and be in that baby's life. In the Safe Haven program, it's anonymous, so she's giving up her rights to the child, and they'll not know. Either one of them will know about the other as the baby grows up.
And would you consider child abandonment a public health crisis? What are your thoughts?
Well, if it's abandonment, yes. When a baby's left in the Safe Haven program, it isn't. The mom, we think the mom is courageous, that she really, really cared for her child. She wants her child to have a future that she could not provide. So we think that's the best alternative versus abandonment. There was a situation in Orlando, Florida, where a mom left 3 babies over a period of 3 or 4 years. It's the same mom. And in situations like that, there's mental health issues, and you're not able to reach everybody. Some people are disconnected from society, and that was one of those cases.
And speaking of that story, how does it make you feel when you see that? Is it just, do you want to help out even more when you hear stories like that?
We do. We absolutely do. We try to. We'll maybe have more awareness in those communities. The stereotype of a baby that's abandoned is that of a teenage underprivileged mother. But our experience indicates that this is a tragedy that crosses all categories of age, ethnicity, and socioeconomic status. So this is a worldwide problem, and we have saved 330 babies to date. 324 in Florida, 5 in other states, and 1 in the country of Honduras.
Wow. That is a testimony right there for sure. And if we have someone out there who may be watching right now who is pregnant and doesn't know what to do after that pregnancy, what advice would you give them right now?
Well, our message to them is, if you're pregnant, if you're hiding your pregnancy, or you know someone who is, please call our helpline. We can help you. We can get you help, whether it's with medical needs or counseling. We do not do the counseling. It's referral counseling, but we provide that. Give you an example. 2 weeks ago, we received a call from a 30-year-old woman who was 8 months pregnant. Her husband left her 3 years prior, and so she was all by herself, but she got impregnated by another gentleman, and she had nowhere to go, and she was going to be homeless fairly soon. So we asked her, how did you know about Safe Haven? How did you get our number? She said, I had called the suicide helpline. So we were able to get her help, and she's now under care, better care, and the baby's due in any week now. So we're reaching out, and we're reaching out in every which way that we can. So it's an ongoing process. So we're very committed.
No, you definitely are. I'm just so intrigued by this story, truly. And I just want to know, where can people go to find out more about Safe Haven? And then what if they want to help out? What can they do?
That's a wonderful, wonderful question. They can go to our website, first of all, and it's www.asafehaven, Haven, for FOR, newborns, with an S at the end, .com. We have all kinds of volunteer opportunities, and we would like for them they can click on the opportunities and see how they can help. And one of the ways is obviously is awareness in the communities in which they live. Public awareness absolutely is saving lives, absolutely. And we welcome that. And also, if donations are as well appreciated.
Perfect.
One other thing.
Nick Silverio. Oh, yes.
Okay, one other thing. We have one employee. Everybody else is a volunteer, including myself. So all of the monies that we receive go toward these projects. We don't charge anybody for anything. So all of the signage that's at the fire stations and the hospitals have been provided by us through donations.
That is perfect. Thank you so much for that information. And honestly, Nick Silverio, thank you for sharing your story. I just think it's so great. And thank you for joining us this morning. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
You too.